Today we're going to discuss Forward Pass app, and we'll look at it as far as My Escape that we have. Again, this is a 2021 Ford Escape Hybrid titanium. It has a very nice package inside of it, and so I thought we'd take a look now at the Ford Pass app. Um, I'm going to compare it from time to time with the Tesla app, and you'll see why in a second. I have many concerns about the Ford Pass app. So here's the home page of the Ford Pass app, and it says home, and you can see that it shows a picture of the auto, the titanium Escape, a lock, an unlock, start, and the lock. So that is it for the home page. Here's the home page for my Tesla app. I think you could see a big difference here. And the big difference is it has a whole lot of items on it that you could use. And I mean, there's just a whole lot more information here on the Tesla app. So um, right off the bat, there's a major difference here. So as we look here, a couple of things just to note. You can see up here it says roadside, so that would be for your roadside assistance. Find a dealer, I think, is just going to do what it says, which is show me where I am and pick out a few dealers in the area, and that's about it. So not really much there. Let me go back. So I'm going to go back to home. And the next tab, and what I'm doing is I'm going on the tabs here on the bottom. So the next tab is vehicle. So this tells us something about our vehicle. So this is the vehicle page on the app. So I showed you home, there was nothing on it. Vehicle, it shows we have 196 miles distance to empty. It shows me my vehicle. So we'll look at some of these in a second. Shows what the tire pressure is. This has changed drastically, by the way. Every single day it changes rather drastically. You can see it's in line where it should be with the recommended pressures for the front and rear of 33. But that's interesting. We have My Journeys. Oil life, you can see, is 100%, and the car's only got 200 miles on it, so of course. Vehicle hotspot we don't use, but that would be one of the items that we'll discuss. Schedule start, you can schedule the car to start. So you can add a start, and you could say I want to start tomorrow morning at, pick a time, 6 a.m. Have it either warm or cool for you, depending on what time of year it is. Ford Insure, user to help save on auto insurance, so it's kind of an ad in a way. And then you have the app glove box, which you can put in the vehicle details, support, health reports, which I've signed up for, and we'll get those every month. These health reports, and it'll give us some information that we'll be interested in for our vehicle health. And that's it. So as you go back here, let's look at surface and support. And this shows you the odometer has 290 miles, and there's still a couple hundred miles to empty. So you can see it gets about 500 miles, but this is only the first tank of gas, so we won't know yet. But since it's a hybrid, we expect something like this. Find a dealer, maintenance schedule, and it tells you when you should have your maintenance, and here's what the maintenance should be at those particular times. And again, all the other information that we've already talked about is there. So back to my vehicle. This thing here under the vehicle journeys, this is I don't even know the right words. Nothing. And you can see there's really nothing here. So I'm going to look. I told you I just took a short trip. So let's take a look at that trip. Nothing. So let's take a look at how it's been going for the month, and nothing. And it says, oh, go turn on your settings. I have. So I don't quite understand my journeys. I've read up on it, and all I can tell you is that I don't think it works. So it might, but I've not figured it out yet. So this is the thing called your vehicle here. Map. Map's nice. It shows me where I am. Then if you're going somewhere, you could put, I don't know, I'll put United States Postal Service. How's that? So I'll put that in, and it shows me some of the close areas. But what do you do with it is really the question. So I'm not quite sure. It looks like it gives you some options. So I'm going to go ahead and let's click on the directions here. And I click on the directions and it says, what do you want to use? And that's kind of funny. Do I want to use my Tesla and send the map to that? So I don't see much value in this at all. I mean, literally zero value here. Uh, Back on the map, it shows me where I am. And then you can see it shows me things like fuel, um, charging. Of course, I don't need the charging. Parking. I'll click on parking, and it really, I mean, it doesn't show me anything. I click on the car, and it has the car somewhere in middle of Tennessee, and I'm in Kentucky. So I'm not sure the value of the parking. This might be a great page, but to be honest with you, I mean, here's food, and so I'm going to tap on one of these. Let me tap on here, Sedona Tap House, and it doesn't tell you anything about it, and you could just, oh, there you go. It gives me an address, and you could drive to it. So this also, I hate to say it, I sound terrible, but this also sounds like a nothing. Like there's really no information here. So I don't understand any of the value of this. Then my location, it puts my location in, and where, but when you're moving, it doesn't show you moving. It did show me an intermediate in my last trip, so it showed that I went down to the end of the block. It stayed there. It doesn't show anything, so I don't think this works. I don't think anything on map at all works. The last one here, or the next to last one, is you can see, so here's the last one, and this one is under accounts. So Ford Pass Rewards, I'm too new to have any of those. Ford Credit, I don't care. Message Center, there's 31 messages. So I'll look at those. Vehicle access authorized. Here to help, make purchases, bring back the. So this appears to be a lot of advertisements, and that's too bad. It's really too bad. Back on Ford Pass, Ford Credit, Message Center, settings, and so I guess you have to go in and tell them, please don't sell my information, which I just told them. And change username, password, etc. So a whole bunch of things here. My journeys, I have tapped on that everywhere. So now I put it on record it manually because nothing else really seemed to work on this. And so that was settings, my journeys, connected services, manage connected services. And you have to log into another site to work on this. And I might do that. I'm not sure. This is, as you can tell, this is a very frustrating app or whatever it is. Then I clicked on more, and there is an app catalog, so you click on that. So you click on that, you can see here in the app catalog uh, apps, and we are using a couple of them right now. We're using the Ford and Alexa app. I just downloaded Ford to Play, so we'll take a look at that. We downloaded Pandora. I don't like these apps so much because they work through your phone. And again, that if you didn't know it already, I'm sure you all know it, but it uses data. There's not many apps. There's 12 apps, and I don't even know why they have categories for 12 apps, but they do. And so there's not much there. So all in all, Ford Pass back to home is an interesting thing. There's really not much to it. I'm not sure I see the value of this at all. I could lock the doors. I can unlock the doors. I could start the car. That's it. I mean, there's really not much more to it. So maybe when we look inside at all of the instrument panel and kind of understand what's in there in the software, maybe there's something in there that will help us. So there is a look at Ford Pass.